Hey friends, how's it going? This is David Potts with Song Notes, and I have a warm-up exercise for you today. It's going to be based on these simple chord shapes, right? We're going to have this E minor variation, a D over F sharp, a G. I'm also going to show you this C add 9. But what's the noteworthy thing about these chords? I'll tell you, it's that your ring finger is in the same position for all four of these chords, right? Third fret of the second string, and whether you're playing that E minor 7, or that D over F sharp, or the G, or the C at 9, it's in that same spot, right? And that makes switching between these chords a bit easier than normal. So stick around, I'm gonna show you what I played, I'm gonna explain how I played it and teach you how to go about practicing this, because this is a great warm-up exercise to get in your wheelhouse, and you pick up that guitar, and it'd be a nice little chord to learn too if you're not familiar with some of these chords. So hang tight. Remember that playsongnotes.com is my website where you can find the notes and tabs for this lesson. And if you want a printout that is handcrafted by me for this warm-up exercise, it is there waiting for you as well. It's a link over on my Patreon page, but you can find it at playsongnotes.com, and it's a great way to support me, and you can get something in return, which are these great, nice little lessons I'm doing in PDF format, which is a great way to learn. So check that out. It helps support me and keep the lights on, and I really appreciate it. But with that said, let's get into this warm-up exercise, all right? With these chord shapes, what can we do, right? So you saw me basically just sort of strumming them here. The first thing we might do, and I'm in a finger-picking mood for this one, so the first variation will be basically, we're gonna put our thumb on the low E string, okay? And we'll have our index and middle fingers on the third and second string, respectively. So basically, let's get used to doing that first, right? So sixth string, third string, second string, third string. So 6, 3, 2, 3, 6, 3, 2, 3, 6, 3, 2, 3. I'm just staying on that E minor, right? But I can keep this pattern going with my right hand and then go to the D over F sharp, hang out there for a little bit, and then go up to the G. Hang out there before going down and back to the E minor. So then you can do this and stay on each chord as much or as little as you want. Right? And I like that little exercise because you have the consistency with your right hand string picking pattern. You have the consistency with this ring finger on the same note, and all you're really doing then is changing from the E minor to the D over F sharp to the G and back again, right? So that's the first thing I would do. So the next little exercise I'll show you is one that is inspired by the song Shallow, which is in the movie A Star is Born, the 2018 version. So this is actually a simplified version of that little intro riff there of that song. But what we're gonna do is, we're gonna start off with the E minor, right? So what I was doing before, the sixth string, third string, second string, third string, right? For the D, we're going to do 2 plucks. The first pluck is the sixth string, and the second pluck is both the second and the third string at the same time. So, okay, and I'll repeat those first 2 chords. Get comfortable doing this. And then what we're going to do after that is we're basically going to go to a G, and we're going to play all 3 of those strings at the same time. Okay, but what we're going to do on that count right before the G is we're going to bring our right hand down and sort of hit the strings, just sort of silence that D over F sharp so that the G is pronounced a little bit more because it's coming out of the silence, right? I'll do that again to make it cleaner. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So on the 4 count is when I'm coming down with my fingers on the strings. On the 4 and count is when I strum the G. Then I'm going to stay on the G for a full measure. Okay, so one more time. Then you can repeat that, right? Okay, so now we're going to look at the second half of this thing. So I'm going to go to a C add 9 actually. So what I'm doing here is taking this G, and all I'm doing, this is a new chord from what I've taught you so far, but the ring finger thing still applies here. So I'm going to move my index and my middle finger toward the floor, one string. So third, second, open, third. That's gonna be my C, and I'm basically gonna go. Okay, so fifth string, fourth string, third string, back to the fourth string, so. Right, nice little pattern there. Fifth, fourth, third, fourth, second, third, fourth, third, okay? And then I'm gonna do that same sort of thing where I'm gonna go, so that's 2 plucks on that G, and then do that muting thing, and then I'm gonna play the D, second, third, and fourth string, all with 1 pluck, right? And with that little chop, the mini chop right before the D, okay? So that second part would be, okay? So notice how in this second half of the entire riff and then the first half, this ring finger is staying still the entire time, right? Okay, so it's a nice little constant there. And the last thing I'll show is this. So all that's doing is basically, if you imagine a regular D major chord, I'm doing a hammer on and a pull off on the high E string. Then I'm going to play the second string and the third string. So now this is something I'm not great at. This is a nice little achievable thing for me, and it may be for you as well. 1 pluck with our right hand, but the hammer on and the pull off make it sound like there's 3 notes being played. I have trouble with it when it's like isolated like this, but that second half would be. And then back to the E minor, repeat the whole thing. And you end with an E minor. So that's going to be the warm-up exercise for you for this one. And as always, you can get the printout for this lesson. You can get the notes and tabs on my website, playsongnotes.com. And there also will be a link to a printable version of this, which is a great way to learn this riff outside of this video. You can download it, keep it in your computer, print it out, do whatever you want with it. But again, these 3 chord shapes, and the C too, right? Great fun, and it's really nice that your finger is staying still there. It's a nice little constant to work with when you're playing this sort of thing. So I hope you really dug this lesson. If you like more warm-up exercises, check out my website, playsongnotes.com/warm-up, and you'll find them there. They're waiting for you. And I hope you like this one. I'm going to head off now, but take care, my friends. Thanks for watching, and I want you all to have a good night. Bye-bye.